Hey, what's up everyone, Ollie here. So I'm actually recording this video on my iPhone 11 Pro. I wanted to basically test the quality, see what it's like, but I have got a lavalier mic connected up to it just for better audio. Yeah, just wanted to see what it's like. And yeah, I recently took delivery of my Model 3 Performance, wanted to show you what I've got and the options I've chosen for it and just show you around the car. So let's get to it. So yeah, here we are. I actually ordered this Tesla Model 3 mid-November, I think, yeah, mid-November, and I've already got it pretty much near the end of December. So yeah, very quick turnaround. And yeah, I was pretty surprised. I was very impressed by how quickly they've got my car to me. I don't think anyone else is getting their cars that quickly. But I think, you know, Tesla are very much pushing the sort of end of year sales and really trying to sell as many cars as they possibly can. So here I've got the Midnight Silver, which is basically grey. You know, even though they say it's midnight silver, like a silvery colour, it's not. It's more of a grey, if anything. And I ordered just in time to get the grey performance wheels, as you can see here. So as I mentioned, I have got the Tesla Model 3 Performance. So the Performance obviously has the much higher end top speed. You know, it does 0 to 60 in like 3.2 seconds. You get a lowered ride height, so it's lowered by 20mm. You get the nice rims here with the nice brake calipers that you can see. I really like the way the rims and the brake calipers sort of like offset each other. You know, the red brake calipers really stick out when you have dark wheels like this. The wheels are like a satin grey. I think they're more like a satin grey sort of look, sort of colour. Excuse the dirt on the car. The British weather hasn't been kind recently, so yeah, it's a bit dirty. I haven't washed it since I picked it up. I picked it up on Saturday and now it's Christmas Day. So yeah, the reason I chose Christmas Day to record it is because it's quiet. There's no one to disturb me recording my video. So yeah, other things that you get with the Performance, if we go around the back, so you also get the carbon fibre spoiler that you see here on the back, which is really nice. It's a really nice addition to it, and people have actually been quite surprised. A lot of my friends were like, wow, actually that comes as standard. That's pretty surprising. We also have the dual motor sort of logo here with the red underline to show that, you know, it's a performance model. Yeah, I'm really enjoying it so far. I'm really loving the car. It's just ridiculously fast and ridiculously normal looking, because that's the reason why I got it. So this car is actually replacing my 1 Series. So I was before dailying a 1 Series 120D, and yeah, that was sort of getting a bit old. Well, I say a bit old, it was like coming up to 5 years. Warranty had run out, service pack is running out, so I just thought it was a good time to basically get a new car, something that I can have, you know, that's a bit more reliable and that I can use daily. And yeah, I felt like the Tesla Model 3 was the one, pretty much. I have been looking at the Tesla Model 3 for years, ever since they announced it, pretty much. I've always been interested, so yeah, as I just thought, let's just pull the trigger, let's get it. And yeah, this car has everything's optioned out pretty much. The only thing I didn't go for was full self-driving, because in the UK and in the EU, the rules actually are very different from how they are in America. So full self-driving is very limiting. You know, there's so many things that you can't do. I still have autopilot, so you know, I can go down the motorway, the highway, whatever, and have it, you know, stay in the lane, follow the traffic, come to a full stop, and then accelerate, all that sort of stuff. So yeah, I'm glad it still has that. You know, there are a lot of you know, cars in this price range that don't come with that as standard. So yeah, it's pretty awesome. I also went, as you can see, for the white interior, and yeah, brave choice with the white interior, but the white interior is actually, you know, surprisingly very easy to clean. It doesn't actually get, obviously it does get dirty. So I've had a friend who sat in it and he had blue jeans and he did mark up, but the mark literally just wiped off. You know, if you have sort of leather cleaner or like fabric cleaner or whatever, and you just have a microfiber cloth, it will easily come off. So there are some changes that I want to make to the car. So I want to get it wrapped, mainly to protect the paint and to give it a bit of an edge. I won't actually say what colour I want to get it wrapped yet, but you'll guys find out soon. I also want to get it de-chromed, so I want to get rid of all the chrome that you see, especially the sort of window surround. I want to get rid of all of that, and I want to de-chrome the handles as well. I'll probably just get like a gloss black so that it matches, you know, the gloss black bits like here that you see. Maybe satin black, I'm not sure yet. I also want to tint the windows because, you know, it's unfortunate that Tesla do not provide window tinting from the factory, because you can see right through the car. And yeah, I think tinting the windows and tinting the car will really add that sort of stealthy look that I want to go for, pretty much. But yeah, the wrap I want to go for is going to be a bit of a sort of stealthy wrap. But you guys will see it when it's done, because I'll be doing quite a few other modifications as well. One of my favourite things with the Model 3 is that glass roof. It has a sort of panoramic roof that goes all the way along. And from the outside, you know, it just looks like a normal glass roof, but from the inside you can really look out and it looks fantastic. But yeah, I'm going to see if I can tint this bit as well, because they've tinted the sunroof, but why not tint it all the way down to the back? It's just bizarre, really. So when it comes to actually accessing the car and unlocking the car, you can usually just use your phone. But when you first do get the car, you actually get, you know, a key card basically. And this key card goes underneath here. Doors open, mirrors open, and I can get in the car. Door handles just go in like that, and you get in. So as I mentioned, I went for the white interior. I love it. I think it looks fantastic, and it's so clean and so fresh and minimal looking. I just love the look of it. This is also different. You know, you get a white sort of panel on here. I am tempted to change this because I have seen quite a few packages online where you can actually change the look of it. You can have carbon fiber, or you can have it black, whatever you want. So I am very, very tempted to change this. I might leave it for a little while because I think the white looks nice because it matches the seats. There's also some white leather on the sort of door panel you can see here on the interior door panel. And I'm actually glad that they didn't add it to the whole door. Mainly because you can imagine if your hands are going to be touching these points, your hands are going to be touching here, all these different points, you don't want to be marking those up. So, you know, having it just there I think is fine. I think it looks great. Yeah, it just looks awesome. Another thing you get with the Performance is the pedals that you see here, the silver pedals. But other than that, I don't think there is much else with the Performance. I'm not sure. I'm sure there's probably other things that I've missed. But yeah, you get some nice little additions with the Performance package. The rear also has the white seats, and because, you know, with the Performance you get the premium interior, you also get, you know, 2 USB ports at the back here, and all these 3 seats are heated seats as well, which is great. In reality, no one's really going to sit back here because I don't have any kids or anything. So yeah, these seats are basically barely ever going to be used. But yeah, it's just nice, you know, whenever I do want to take friends out, whenever I do want to sort of take friends anywhere with me or whatever, they can just sit in the back and be comfortable because there is actually a hell of a lot of legroom. So yeah, it's great. If we get in the car, here we go. So I'll change it actually to a wider angle. There we go. So yeah, I'm using the wide angle lens now. So yeah, now that we're in the car, I have gloss black interior here. I have some things in here, and there's a lot of storage space actually. I just have a microfiber cloth and my SSD and stuff for Sentry mode and whatever else. I also have wireless charger here and stuff. And then in here, there, you know, there's even more storage. I have my glasses, some lip balm because my bottom lip loves to get dry, and then yeah, just some more storage. The storage in this car is fantastic. This really blows me away how much you can actually fit in this car. You know, there's space in the door bins as well, and also you have the glove box. So yeah, there's a lot of storage. The boot itself as well is massive, and you have the front trunk. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff you can fit in this car. The screen is definitely controversial. I think a lot of people are like, you know, where's your speedo? How do you have everything in the middle? How do you use it? But after using it for a couple of days, you get used to it so quickly. It's actually quite surprising because I was skeptical myself before picking up the car. But you know, this park sign here changes to the speedo once you're in drive, and yeah, you know, you're more likely to actually pay attention to the road rather than concentrating on your speed all the time. And with things like autopilot and cruise control and things like that, you know, you're always going to see your speedo and it's always going to try and match those speeds. So yeah, when it comes to the screen, you know, you have everything that you need pretty much. You have a massive sat nav screen, which is just fantastic, and it's based on Google Maps. You can see the Google icon down here, and yeah, having this massive map is like basically just like having an iPad, and it's better than using your small phone screen or whatever. Navigating and stuff is just a breeze, and being able to use the voice commands to navigate is also fantastic. You have some other controls down here, you know, your volume controls and stuff. To be fair, that never really gets used because you can control the volume from here anyway. You have, you know, rear defroster or demister, whatever, front defroster, demister, heated seats. So, you know, I can tap here to put on the heated seat. And then you have, you know, your climate controls and stuff. And yeah, climate controls are awesome. You know, you can move things around and whatever else. I usually just leave it on auto because to get the most out of your battery, it's actually good to set the temperature to like 21, 22 degrees and then just leave it in auto pretty much. That's how you get the most out of your battery. That's how you get the most range. Here, you know, we have some other little functions and stuff. I won't go through everything because I have done a video on this before. You know, I have done a Tesla Model 3 video before. So yeah, and you know, lots of people have done lots of videos on that sort of stuff. The only thing I am missing is YouTube and Netflix. My car is still on an old version of the software, so I need to get Tesla to update it. I do have the music though, and I have, you know, Spotify connected. I can see all my playlists and stuff. And yeah, the screen is so responsive. You know, it's just fantastic. It makes it so easy to find music that I want and to play the music that I want. And you know, if someone's sitting on the passenger side, they can control it as well. So yeah, it's pretty awesome. We have like the car info and stuff, quick controls, all these different things. Like I said, I'm not going to go all the way through them. Here, you know, you just have some trip information, lifetime of the car. You can see I've only done, the odometer's there, is I've only done 110 miles. So this car is fresh, it's barely used. So this figure here that you see is basically the battery equivalent of MPG. So the lower this figure, not higher, the lower this figure, the better your efficiency. As you can see, my number is quite high because, you know, I didn't get a car like this just to granny it along. I do want to have a little bit of fun in it. A good number when it comes to something like this is around 200 to 300. You know, I regularly get that over 500. I think what's on my latest trip, you can see I've got 680, which is just absurd on my latest trip. But that's because, you know, the weather also impacts the battery usage and stuff. So yeah, if you're thinking about getting a Tesla, you've got to take into account the weather a lot, because when it's cold outside and you live in like a cold climate, the battery is going to take a hit, unfortunately. So you've really got to think about those sorts of things. This gloss black here that you see, I'm actually going to get it wrapped. I'm looking for a matte black sort of sticker pack or whatever else that you can get, because as nice as gloss black is, I actually quite like it. You know, it gets fingerprints and it will scuff up and it will mark and stuff. So I want to get rid of all of it and just have you know, a matte black sort of look to it. I think it will look much better. But yeah, that is pretty much the interior of the car. You know, really minimalist. I feel like this car was literally designed for me. It has such a minimalist, clean design. So yeah, that's pretty much the interior of the car. To actually get out, you press this button here. You don't actually use the mechanical lock, which is here. You press this one here and it just puts the window down, opens the door for you. List price of the car, the total price I paid was 55,000, well, 54,990 pounds to be exact. And yeah, I actually paid for it all up front. I didn't finance it, mainly because the finance options, I think it was like 5% APR or something, which means I'd end up paying £7,000 on top of the £55,000 over like 4-year period. I wasn't really prepared to do that. It just made no sense really when I can just pay for it up front. And yeah, I basically bought it for my business, mainly because of tax purposes and stuff, especially with benefit in kind, all that sort of stuff. So if you're in the UK and you're looking for a company car or a car that you can put through your business, this is the car. Like, this is the best car to get. We also pay very, very minimal amount when it comes to actually filling the car up with battery. I think I worked out if I wanted to fill it from dead, so from 0 to 75 kilowatt hours, I think it's anywhere between like £7 to £15, because I've got solar panels at my house. So, you know, the actual how much I actually use in terms of like energy varies depending on how sunny it is outside, but that's what I've worked out. So yeah, £7 to £15 to get 300 miles. I'd say that's pretty good, especially considering something like my Mercedes AMG costs like £80 to get like 200 miles out of it. So yeah, this is much more economical than a petrol sort of car or a diesel sort of car. And obviously there's no fumes, you know, it's completely silent to use, to drive, very comfortable. There's no engine noise or anything like that. It's fantastic. That's what I love about it. So I am actually keeping my Mercedes AMG GT. You know, I'm not getting rid of that. That's more of a weekend car. This is just a daily car for me, something that I'll be using day to day, which is quite funny because the 0 to 60 in this is faster than my AMG. So yeah, it's a bit absurd. But you know, the AMG has the looks, it has the theatre, it has the sound, all that sort of stuff. With this, it's a very normal, average looking car, and that's what I like about it. You know, it's not meant to be, I guess, like a stunning car that everyone turns their head at. That's one of the reasons why I got it. I got it because it's just so normal looking. I will have a lot of other videos coming too on the car, basically things like a long-term experience, what it's like to own a car in the long term, how much it costs and stuff. Because another thing you have to think about with this car is that there are no servicing costs, because there's no engine oil, there's no, like, you know, all these different things, oil filters. You've only got the battery and the wheels and the brakes. And even then, with the brakes, if you drive it nicely and you're not always stamping on the brakes, you know, should basically last like 100,000 miles. The only thing I think that's really going to cost you money is the tyres, because these tyres aren't cheap. These are Michelin Pilot Super Sports 4, I think. 4S or something like that. I'm not sure exactly the actual name, but yeah, they're expensive tyres. They're very grippy tyres though, and yeah, you know, I think they cost like £250 per tyre, so they're not cheap at all. But really, that's one of the main expenditures when it comes to this car. I think there really isn't much else. I know a lot of you guys are going to be interested in how I can afford this car, how I can afford to do all this. I've actually done a video on what I do for a living, so I'll leave a link to that. So make sure to check that out if you are interested in what I do and how I can afford to have something like this. You know, it didn't sort of just land in my lap. I did have to work very, very hard for it. And yeah, I'm fortunate enough to be able to afford this sort of thing. When it comes to insurance is around £1,000. I have 5 years no claims. I'm 26, well 6 years no claims. I'm 26, so you know, being over 25 does help when it comes to insurance. But yeah, I don't think actually that's too bad when it comes to insurance. I know you can get it cheaper elsewhere, but the policy I've got, you know, covers me for business use. It covers me to drive other cars, fully comprehensive as well. So yeah, my insurance is quite a top tier insurance for £1,000, £1,100, something like that. It's worth it, I think, especially for peace of mind, especially, you know, if someone crashes into me or I crash into something, I get the full value of the car. So yeah, it just protects me basically. So yeah, I think I'm actually very happy with my purchase so far. It will be interesting to see what happens over the next few months and whether I have any issues or anything, and you know, whatever else. But so far, no issues. The paint, the bodywork, the panels, the interior as well, there's no rattles. You do obviously get wind noise when you get up to like 70 miles an hour, 80 miles an hour, which is to be expected because, you know, it's a car that doesn't make any other noise. You're not actually going to hear anything else other than road noise and wind noise. I also know recently they added even more sound deadening, so I got it, I think, quite at the right time because it is definitely quiet when I'm driving it about here and there, especially through city traffic and just going anywhere up to like 50 miles an hour. It is so quiet. It's actually pretty incredible how great it is when it comes to everyday driving. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, you know, just testing out iPhone 11 Pro camera as well, showing you the car and stuff. I will have a lot of other videos coming on the car as well, you know, my favorite accessories, my favorite upgrades, and when I get it wrapped and stuff as well, you know, I've got a bunch of ideas when it comes to this car, and also sharing, you know, my long-term ownership and how it's been, how much it's cost, all those different things. So yeah, I've got a lot of stuff planned with this car. If you guys did enjoy this video, leave a like, leave a comment, follow me on Instagram and Twitter, and subscribe for more.